usipote kwa ndoto. Wanadhani wamefika lakini bado. Look beyond the skies. Yes, you are a star. Cause hakuna naweza kuweka chini. Tia bidii na bro amini. Kuwa mtulivu cheza chini. Mungu Baba yuko kazini. Hakuna naweza kuweka chini. Tia bidii na we amini. Kuwa mtulivu cheza chini. Mungu Baba yuko kazini. Kazana ndo kazi achilie. Kazana dada kazi achilie. Kazana ndo kazi.
That catchy beat there was by Robert Obano, who is almost everything in the music industry. He's singer, songwriter, actor, beat concept producer, voiceover artist, instrumentalist, and dance choreographer. You can do it all.
Amen, by God's grace.
Amen. Yes. When it comes to your story, by the time you get to the point you can do it all, you've experimented, you've journeyed, you've had people's perspective, gotten feedback. When did you start your journey in music?
Well, at a very tender age.
Don't say 4 years of age, because everyone says 4.
Of course not. You know, like in primary school, so from there I had stuff going on, artistically speaking. And yeah, it's been a journey because I've tried to nurture each and every talent, been with different teachers, and it's been a long time coming, but I love the progress and I love where I'm heading to. Yeah.
Most of the time when it comes to music, it's a talent that you can find every child has. Yeah. At what point did you decide, even at that and tender age, that you're going to stick with this? This is my story, this is my platform, this is where I want to shine. And how did you fight to maintain it up to this point?
Well, it's been my love all my life, but after joining campus and not so being, how do I say, finding what I was pursuing to be my passion, I guess now music became like the it thing. Because if I wasn't in school, I have to upgrade myself with each and every ability that God has given me. How
did you balance both? Because even as you found that what you're studying in school wasn't your passion, how did you balance both, just understanding that life can be very real, and you cover that base by being very focused in academics, but at the same time keeping your passion fresh?
Well, I guess it was kind of easy because at that time I wasn't getting as many shows, you know, as many bands to work with, and I wasn't pushing myself to auditions. So the best I'd do when I was in school was, you know, use my talent on the weekends because I'd be serving at church. Yeah.
And after that, when you're looking at getting yourself out on the road, getting yourself into the market, there are thousands of others who've got the talents. You know, trillion of others. How do you cut yourself off as the fresh talent? How do you cut yourself off into the market to be able to get, in a sense, we have to think business, a market share?
Well, how I think I make a cutting edge is because my music and what I write doesn't just appeal to a certain group of people. I think it appeals to, you know, parents, children, youth, because the music I do is basically gospel and motivating. So, and I believe each and everyone wants to hear that.
And what pressure do you try to avoid when it comes to appealing to the market? Most of the time we find that every time you produce a song, there's the fear that this might just be the last song, or there may just be that fear that someone else might come in and take the market share that I already have. Do you try to keep that in check, and how do you keep that in check so that you don't have the pressure of pleasing the market as a priority?
Well, pressure is there, and a sense of competition is also there.
Is that positive or negative for you?
Well, I'm a very optimistic person, so well, no matter how many negative waves come my way, I have to stick positive. Just like my first song says, Kazana. And, you know, like I have to be aware of what guys are doing, you know, who is on the same field with me. But what helps me keep a fresh mind is I try to understand the fact that competition is just between me and myself.
Yeah.
Have I been better than my previous record, than my previous video? I guess that is what always helps me. Try and have a cutting edge and be different.
And be authentic as possible.
Yeah.
When you're looking at the market, how do you get yourself inspired? Because there's the need to support the demand that is in the market, but there's also the need to remain authentic to your story. How do you keep yourself authentic even as you're balancing the need to fulfill the market demand? Well,
how I'd say that is there's something you listen to on the radio every time you tune in, and there's something you always watch every time you watch a TV show that plays music videos. So when each and every time that I do that, I have to see what is there that's not there. And what's there that I can put that can be totally different. So, and as for me, I wouldn't say it's easy, but let me just say it's easy because
it's something that you love. It comes easily to you. Who are your inspirers?
My first inspiration is my mother. Yeah, she works so hard to see me do my thing. And, you know, I take it from her, like, never stop until you drop. You know, because she's doing her best for me to stay alive, and that's what I'd also do my best for my career to stay alive.
Your challenges?
Yeah.
Most of the challenges that musicians face touch on, as you mentioned, financing and getting the music going, getting the market share to expand to include your space. How are you navigating the challenges?
Well, with the challenges, I'm never sad about them. I'm never negative about them.
What are the current challenges that you're facing personally in your musical journey?
Because right now it's basically getting a full media tour done. That's all I have right now, because God has helped me, you know, have a plan scheduled out for my next music that I'm going to record, for the next videos that I'm going to shoot, and that's His grace. So now it's up to me to find TV stations that will be willing to accept, you know, to accept what I have to offer on the table.
You've mentioned the media there. Do you feel that the media is responsive enough to be able to expand the space for new voices, or do we need to change our perspective?
Well, I think it depends with the individuals.
And what has been your experience?
My experience, I'd say it has been slow. Because when you're an upcoming artist like me, you're so impatient. You're like, you've met an artist, I mean, you've met a TV presenter who has caught you performing somewhere, or who has watched your video, and then he or she's like, here's my mail, by the way, send your profile. You know how the story goes. 3-piece, link to the video, and then you send it, then you wait. Every day you're on mail. What am I going to do? But I normally don't stress. What I have to do every day is just share it out there with the current fan base that I have until God hopefully touches that presenter one day.
So that they're able to expand this space for you. Maybe you can share with us how engaging the fan base, getting that conversation out there, how has social media supported you to be able to, in a sense, communicate the passion for your music and even give them a message that is totally different from what they're getting in the market?
My fan base is amazing. Shout out to Team Voice, Napenda Sana, and you know, these are people they've been there with me since day one. When there was no video, when there was no music, all that was there was just videos on YouTube of covers with a guitar or a piano, or you know, if I'd just be rapping somewhere. You know, those are people who stuck with me until today. Something has been able to happen. So the best that I can do with them is just post wherever I'm going to be performing, what song I'm recording. I always keep them in check, and that's by videos, Instagram, you know, social media basically.
Youth and Christianity. Looking at those in the media industry when it comes to Christian music, there are many from the previous, our forefathers in music and Christianity have said that the current generation are losing the compass when it comes to ensuring that they stick to the word. they keep the youth who are out there engaged to understand that the word is still relevant regardless of the times. How do you keep yourself in tune with the word so that you're able to always remember that your call is not the fame, the fortune, your call is to be an ambassador?
Yeah, and it's one thing someone who is going to be a minister really has to understand.
Do you consider yourself a minister?
Yeah, because I just don't sing for no apparent reason at all. I know what I'm doing and who I'm doing it for. And that's an understanding I'd like other Christian ministers to have, because if you come into this ministry, just like I want guys to hear what I'm doing, there's an emptiness you're always going to be feeling.
Is that a temptation you're seeing in, not to, in a sense, judge or even cast any kind of aspersions on those who are in the industry? Do you feel that that is a trend that is, in a sense, hitting those who are coming into the gospel industry?
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't lie to you. It is, because we're just like in a world today where we want to please people, you know, and at the end of the day, it's up to the individual. Know what you're doing and who you're doing it for, because if you know who gave you life and that ability, I believe each and everything that you're going to be producing will just show. The mass will see and know this kid is not just singing for, that is Chris Brown, that is Ty Tribbett, you know, they'll know.
When you're looking at your music, most of the time everyone who's in the music industry has a story in relation to the impact that music has had in their life. Share with us how music has stood as a compass for comfort for you, or strength, or motivation, and what you intend to give to the population so that they can see the power that music has.
Well, I would say I've been, you know, constant with this ministry is because, first of all, it's a God-given ability, and if I'm brought into this world and I'm not using it, what am I doing? You know, it's like a djembe, a panga, name it. You've brought it to the marketplace, but someone has bought it to go and use it in somewhere that is very inappropriate. You know what I mean? It has lost its purpose. So I am this tool that has been brought into this world, and I have to be used to the best of me and to my appropriate reasons. And well, it's music, but now this is music ministry. I'm passing messages via my music, via my God-given ability to the mass. I'm trying to reach out to people. My movement is stand out. And because many people are trying to fit in, and I'm trying to make everyone believe that you're different. You've been created by someone who is more superior than everyone around you. So do what you are meant to do in this world. Find your calling, find your purpose. Yeah, that's why I really stick at it, because that's the only way I believe I can reach out.
Ensuring that they're able to own the verse, you're beautifully and wonderfully made.
Yeah, you have to believe it. No one can tell you any different. Yeah.
When you're looking at your music story still, there's a lot that can be said when it comes to the impact that music has had. And you have been performing in several occasions, and you have seen the impact that music can have in the population. Which one instant touched your life and emphasized to you that this is your call, this is actually your journey? Which is the most impactful performance that you had in terms of the response that you got from the population?
Well, that's a very hard one, because now I'm trying to recap all the stages I've rocked.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'd just say it's via the messages that I get on my Facebook page, and you know, someone is telling you, man, you blessed me today, and man, you spoke to me today, you ministered to me today. And when you look at a message like that, you know, it tells you, boss, you're not just singing. You see, souls are corresponding to this. So it touches me, it humbles me, and it makes me to do something. Because if it can touch one person, it can touch everybody. So in the same way, someone can also commend you, Beryl, for doing the work that you do on Ebru's set, you know, and you know what it'll do to you.
Yeah.
It'll touch you, it'll humble you, and you'll keep on trying to be better at it every day.
Yeah.
Finding the source that you feed off from to continue giving to the people.
Giving you giant focus. When you're looking at the frontier, we have Kazana before us here.
Yes.
When you're looking at your music, what do you envision as a point that will mean that Robby Voice has reached the ultimate? Hapa sasa nimefika. Is there a point that would indicate to you sasa nimefika?
Well, yes, there has to be that point, because I believe I'm still in my toddler phase.
Infancy stage.
Yeah. And I like it. I am very grateful, and I appreciate the response, good or bad. It shows me that I'm going somewhere. And with the good side that I really feed off from, it's trying to make me continue. And when I know that I've reached, is when I've moved out of my mama's house. You know, my entertainment company has started running. You know, music has started getting its endorsement deals and stuff, you know. And people are getting blessed. People are getting healed. You know, people getting touched and being able to touch other people. That will be the ultimate it for me.
When you're looking at your music, how do you want to keep yourself in that course? Who are your mentors? Who stand with you and keep you in check so that you don't end up falling into the category of musicians who run after the coint instead of keeping themselves in check with the cause?
Well, how I'd say I stay in check, like I have various mentors in this industry. They may not be singers, but by what they do makes me stick to also what I do.
How important has that been for you to actually have people who've got a voice of wisdom to contribute to your journey?
It has been great because, you know, people like DJ Sadiq, shout out to Genius Entertainment, you know, but what he does, you know, the outreach, they do, him teaching other guys his skill, you know, he's giving his gift to other people, you know, he's spreading the gospel via the artists that are under his team. And when you see someone dying to reach out that hard, it's trying to tell you, boss, are you just singing for singing? You know, or are you just singing to stay with what you have?
Is it there an intention to actually respond to that question? Do you want to mentor at some point? Do you mentor at the moment?
At the moment, I'd say yes. I'm an instrumentalist, so there are drummers out there who are looking up to me. There are guitarists and pianists who are trying to look up to me because they're like, boss, how do I keep my skill in check? How do I look for gigs? How do I get into a band? How do I work as a session artist? And I do my best, you know, to give them the advice that I have. Yeah.
And when you're looking at the future, many have decided to double up, to be in music and still have a career. Is there an intention to double up, or is it music and music all the way? Because I'm seeing you have an array of qualifications here.
Yeah, we thank God. I see it as music and music all the way because I tend to venture into other fields of this entertainment industry. You know, like I've just talked about my entertainment company. I plan to do, you know, mentorship programs, workshop programs, and like especially for workshops, I believe it's taking a good route now because I'm seeing workshop programs where people want to talk about how to make money via your music, how to make your brand, how to, you know, and such talks are really good for upcoming artists. And I want to also do more of those if I happen to be successful in my career. I want to do sound, you know, and to enter the film and audio industry, you know, and to help artists get their projects out there, you know, and to help artists get nice videos done for them.
You want to be a jack of all trades, but one question would be asked of you. If you were to pick one, where would you find yourself at home? Choreography, beat concept producer, singer, songwriter, where is Robby's voice at home?
Singer.
Okay, we'll end with that. And of course, thank you so much for giving us your inspiring story. And for the viewers out there, you get an opportunity right now to be able to see Robby's Voices video that's going to be playing immediately after the interview has ended. When it comes to following your passion and ensuring that you succeed, as here we've heard it from Robert, he's indicated that you need to learn, need to get the right information. And the most important aspect of it, get those who've got wisdom to plant into your seedling so that you can be able to thrive into a successful venture. Thank you so much for joining us from the team and myself. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Robby Voice. So fresh. Mawazo hayana mwisho. Chunga usipote kwa ndoto. Wanadhani wamefika lakini bado. Look beyond the skies. Yes, you are a star. Cause hakuna naweza kuweka chini. Dia bidii na bro amini. Kuwa mtulivu cheza chini. Mungu Baba yuko kazini. Hakuna anaweza kuweka chini. Tia bidii na we amini. Kuwa mtulivu cheza chini. Mungu Baba yuko kazini. Kazana ndugu kazi achilie. Kazana dada kazi achilie. Kazana ndugu kazi achilie. Kazana dada kazana. For your path it's you to choose. Think of winning, not lose. Wanaweza sema mpaka watahema. Do your part naturally, watakuremember. Si mambo rahisi, ni vita ya roho na mwili. So I pray for the guidance to see the greater person that I can be. Si mambo rahisi, ni vita ya roho na mwili. So I pray for the guidance to see the greater person that I can be. Kazana ndugu kazi achilie. Kazana dada kazi achilie. Kazana ndugu kazi achilie. Kazana dada kazi. Say aye aye. Say aye aye. Say aye aye. Twende kazi we. Say aye aye. Say aye aye. Say aye aye. Twende kazi we. Kazana. Pamoja tutaka kazana. Pamoja usiachilie. Kazana ndugu kazi achilie. Kazana dada kazi achilie. Kazana ndugu kazi achilie. Kazana dada kazi achilie. Kazana ndugu kazi achilie. Kazana dada kazi